Yeah, so what's up, YouTube? Now, unless you've been hiding on the rock, you know that Bitcoin has been seemingly going up a parabolic manner, which leaves everybody to say we're gonna go to the moon, basically. Bitcoin to the moon. Now, with everything going on in the markets right now, it would seem that way. It would seem like Bitcoin is going to the moon. We're at like 95,000. We hit 93,000. You know, whatever. Somewhere in that range. But, and if you look at YouTube, all your favorite crypto content creator selling a lot of opium. Now, I believe in Bitcoin, and I do believe Bitcoin is going to be $250,000 real soon. But I think this is a double bottom scenario at about $74,000. I've been saying it for a while, and I still think that's the case. Now, as you can see, all your crypto content creators are saying, and it's very tempting. I mean, how do you know if the bottom is in? How do you know if the bottom was in? The bottom could have been, it's been straight and sideways for the last 3 months. I mean, that's the thing with trading, right? You never know. But if you look over time, period of time, time tells. And Bitcoin is built in with a structure. And I don't know. It seems like whoever wrote this code just seems like they added in everything. So no matter what's going on, tariffs, right now, Bitcoin is decoupling from the dollar. That's without question. You can look at all the news articles. For instance, CNBC, there's an article here on CNBC that says Bitcoin is looked at as a new safe asset, even more so than the dollar. Now that's very encouraging. Not gonna deny. But ultimately, we gotta be careful. Now, I would definitely get some positions in, but right now it just seems like we've been here before. Seems like we've been here before. I'm gonna give my prediction. Coming from a no-name YouTuber. Take it for what it's worth. If it comes through, then I'll get some credibility now, won't it? It's gonna go up to about 98,000. Sometime within the next 2 weeks. Because, see, they got to make you sweat. Get everybody hamped up. Get the media stories out. And listen, when you notice there's a lot of media stories pushing one way, I don't know. It's almost like you want to do the opposite. Now, no, see, when the institutions get involved, because this is not a retail, I don't think this cycle is about retailers. If you notice, all the retail spaces, which is Instagram, Twitter, and places like that, not really hyping Bitcoin. It's all the central bankers and Russia and China trading in Bitcoin, and, you know, several institutions, MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor, CNBC, they're giving all this positive news about Bitcoin. The dollar's tanking, And Bitcoin is a new safe haven. This is true. Gold is pumping. Bitcoin is the digital gold. All of this is true. But right now, it's already the new digital gold at $85,000. Bitcoin is really not a speculative asset. It's a store of value and a medium of exchange, peer-to-peer, with unstoppable by any government. So that's the catch to Bitcoin. Now you can speculate, but it's not like Fartcoin or whatever. Fartcoin is going up. Wow. On January 20th, 2025, Trump coin hit the moon, and then after Trump got in, never to return again. And they're dumping a lot of coins, liquidity, all over the place. I think they're trying to set up a stable coin. But see, the institutions are speculating right now. So this is not a retail cycle, by no means. This cycle, this is why it wasn't a blow-off top, because the retail's more frantic with their investing. Institutions are more. I believe that people is going to get crushed within the next month, because everybody's going to FOMO up until the point of like $100,000 or thereabout, and then it's going to be a steep crash to the downside to the previous high. That's where it's at. It's the previous high, man. No getting around it. So, if you got your last money, I would say take it easy right now. Because, I mean, if you haven't bought since last year, right, you're not going to get that much of a return right now anyway. But you could probably speculate on some coins. But I just think it's too overbought right now in this cycle, in this climate, with all these whales and sharks roaming around in the Bitcoin segment of the markets. It's too many sharks. And I just don't trust sharks. And if they're just pumping Bitcoin, how did they go from everything is great with Bitcoin? Remember, Trump coin, measured. So, wasn't a blow-off top, but it was a top nonetheless. And this is a perfect double bottom scenario. Now, by the way, I could be wrong about everything I'm saying, but just from my experience of dealing with Bitcoin and all the years I've been around Bitcoin, if you don't time it right, and it's pretty simple really, once that top hit, and it's been going sideways to the downside for such a long time, that's it. And it's going to get a fake pump like it's doing right now, and it's going to go back down to the downside. Because see, a lot of the institutions that are investing right now, they're just talking about investing. They're just hyping it up, but rules and regulation, we don't know what a tariff situation is. We don't know what the central bank is going to do, if they're going to flood money into the system. So it's a lot of uncertainty right now. And I think this uncertainty is going to take a while to wind itself through the markets. Hence, it's going to be the $70,000 range, $75,000 range throughout this period. And then we're going to get back to a medium pump next year. And then we're going to get back to maybe $150,000 by next year. Slowly. Unless it's something tragic like the last thing that happened. Unless something tragic happens.